You're listening to Becoming Big, an interview series where we explore mentorship in youth throughout the Southwest Michigan area. Today with me is big family Susan and Jim, along with their little brother JJ. Hi guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
For the listeners, let's just kind of take a moment, give yourselves the opportunity to introduce yourselves and anything specifically that you'd like to share right off the bat.
Ladies first.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Susan Culhanes, and we became a big family last year. JJ has fit right into our family, and we are so excited to get to know him and also his family as well. His siblings and his mom have just been awesome, and it's been a great experience for us.
That's awesome. Jim?
Jim Culhane, and Susan's been serving on the board for Big Brothers Big Sisters for a number of years. And I agree. It's just been an incredible match, the whole process here, and getting us as a big family and being introduced to JJ and his family. It's all about JJ, and we're having a blast.
Absolutely. Well, then that leaves us to JJ.
So, my name is JJ, and so I like the color orange, and I love the group that I am in, and yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so just the goal for me today is just to kind of let people know your story and hopefully encourage people that might be on the fence about participating. In addition, we have some listeners who just like to stay in touch and know what's going on. And this is a great, we have some great producers who make kind of short form videos for us. Mm-hmm. But this is an opportunity just a little bit longer to delve into a little bit more of the details of what being in the program is like. Obviously, with the national name recognition that we have at times, not everyone always knows exactly what it looks like in their community. So I would be curious to know for kind of all of you, if you could describe for our listeners what the big family style of match is like compared to maybe our one-to-one matches.
Well, I think it was a wonderful addition for Big Brothers Big Sisters to add the big family. So there's the big couple, but then our adult daughter was living in town, so I approached her and Jim and said, listen, this is something we can all do together. Yeah. We're a very close family, and it was just one more thing that we could do together, and it just worked really well. And I felt that it would probably make JJ feel a little bit more comfortable to have a few of us instead of just that one-on-one, and it just gives us time to spend together as a family.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Sometimes we all can't go be with JJ, so we want to make sure that we're giving back to him as much time as we possibly can. So if it's only one of us, it's one of us, or it could be all three of us. So it works out really well.
Yeah, you get that extra flexibility in there.
For sure.
Well, JJ, I know that you have some siblings that have been in the program actively or in the past as well. What do you think your experience is like compared to them, because you have multiple bigs as opposed to just the one-on-one?
I think it is better.
Well, I'm curious from the volunteer standpoint of this, what drew you guys to volunteer in the first place? Or I'm curious, was it a interest in doing one-on-one and then hearing about the big family, or was it jumping in completely? What was that kind of story like for the two of you and then your daughter as well?
Well, as I mentioned, Susan got involved years ago serving on the board for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and it had been a conversation every now and then around dinner or breakfast or car rides as to becoming Susan and I, to get involved and be a big. The process, and Susan mentioned, we got our daughter involved, Tatum, and I just have a lot of respect for the process. I mean, the way the interview process, everything was seamless. The due diligence that was apart from interviewing with JJ and his mom and Devin and the family to what we did on the individual interviews. I was the guy that was pretty protective of our family time. Mm-hmm. And, we were at a Big Brothers Big Sisters event in January, and we're sitting at a table with Mike and Sharon Seeley. And Mike had mentioned and said, hey, Jim, it's probably your time as a family. So with a nudge from Mr. Seeley and obviously, Susan's involvement, it's been a blast. I mean, we got a new best friend in JJ, and we just enjoy our time together.
That's awesome. Anything else you'd like to add, Susan?
Well, I think it's important that, we've always taught our children to serve our community. And one of our passions is serving kids. And so, that was just something that I felt we have the time to give to. We wanted to make sure that if we were going to do this, that we were going to do it the right way, and that we had the time to commit to becoming a big family. So, after a lot of thought and prayer and thinking about it, we all made the leap, and I'm so happy that we did. And it's just been really, like Jim said, we were very impressed with the process of matching us, because we wanted to make sure that we all had similar interests and that we could provide him, not only a mentorship, but another family, that he has the support and we can provide some fun things for him along the way. And so it was really important that we were a good match from the beginning.
So often I feel people out in the community think that they're replacing something in children's lives, when you are adding, you are your own facet of support and just wellness to it. JJ's bored. It's all good.
No.
Remember, you're on camera. You got to be impressive here. We can't be boring you.
Well, JJ, I'm going to ask you to start this next question, and then I'll open up to the two of them. What does a match outing look like for you when you get to go and hang out with them? What are the types of things that you do? How regularly are you doing them? That kind of stuff.
The first time I was with them, we went egg scoffing, and it was very fun. And so, yeah.
Do you do a lot of activity-based things when you go out with them?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of your favorite things that you've done?
Going on their boat.
Ooh, you got a boat. Very cool. And then for the two of you, what are some of the things that you guys have enjoyed doing with them?
Thought he was going to want to fish on our boat. That was the purpose of bringing him fishing. But how long did you fish? For maybe like a minute.
Well, no.
And then he was like, can I go swimming? And he's doing backflips off our boat. He was just a complete fish in the water. And so that was a lot of fun that day. But we've gone to movies. We went to the trampoline place, and I killed it at the trampoline place.
She did.
And so we just really let him choose. And a lot of times we let him bring his friend, or Mo has come with us a number of times, so that's been a lot of fun getting to know her.
And Mo is
who?
My sister.
Sister who's
who
also
you love dearly.
Absolutely.
Yes. But they do have a great relationship, and it's a lot of fun to have both of them. And then he brought his friend Peanut when we went bowling. But Peanut beat you.
He beat me like 5
Just
times.
barely. Oh, a lot.
No,
I thought you were
it
gonna
was a
say
lot.
just by a couple of points.
He's going to be on the circuit, right?
Yeah, his grandpa said he was gonna start doing bowling.
Oh,
Once
okay.
you know how to spin the ball like that, to
He
me,
had
you're
it too. It was
leagues
amazing.
ahead.
We were all just like,
We
wow.
were having so much fun though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of
How about for you, Jim? What are some of the things that you've enjoyed on your match outings?
Yeah, I think, again, to piggyback on everything that's been said by Susan and JJ, it's just the opportunity to hang out. I mean, it's very casual, or whether it be any type of experience that we've already discussed. It's just the focus is on JJ, and at times JJ and Mo, and we just have a ton of fun being together. And I think for me is watching JJ, we went to Revel and Roll, Taven and I, and we did the bowling and had something to eat there. But to watch JJ on that dance, whatever, I don't know what it is. What
Those
is
are
it?
a favorite of mine as well.
And then he's singing. So I was like, wow, I had no idea he was so talented with all this stuff. So we get to see different aspects of JJ every time. He's got a great personality.
Yeah. You can sing and dance pretty good, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, with that, I think we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll get into more some of the advice portion of it, right? I want to get to know what you guys think about the program and what other people might be able to do to help have a successful time as well. So we'll be right back. Interested in joining the Big Brothers Big Sisters community? Here in Southwest Michigan, we have a wide range of programs designed to engage your interest and accommodate your schedule. your drive to give back to the youth of your community is all that's needed. With free passes to local events, curated activities, and the flexibility to engage anytime. From weekends to weeknights to lunch breaks, there is a place for you here. For more information, head to thinkbigtoday.org. Want to leave a lasting positive impact on local youth as a family? In the Big Families program, an entire family unit works to mentor a single child. No matter what your family unit looks like, you can share the experience of mentoring together. All right, welcome back. Now, before we get back into any other questions, I have a game that I'd like to play with you all. I've called this Pointing Fingers. That's the name of it. I explained it to you guys a little bit already, but for the listeners, what's going to happen is I'm going to describe a scenario, and then you are going to decide which of the 4 people in your match that best fits. And then when I count down from 3, you're going to show off the card. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for the first one, who would enjoy being on a reality TV show the most? So you don't want to show us yet. Pick it up in your card,
Okay, you
and then
ready?
you're going to be looking at it, and then I'll count down, and you'll show it off together. Ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, show it.
Jim.
Oh, so we're all different. Jim says Susan. Susan says JJ.
Oh, yeah.
JJ
Oh, yeah.
says Jim.
It
So
could
we've
be the
got
JJ show.
No.
We've got a
No.
rock, paper, scissors.
We
How
actually
many
Showing
times
her.
have you said to me you want to be on Survivor?
Survivor. Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
Survivor.
yeah.
Survivor. Okay. I could do Survivor. That's true. All right.
For sure. So I love already that we're not on the same page. That's more fun, I feel, than to get it. This one's a little bit more Big Brothers Big Sisters related. Who comes up with the best ideas on what to do when you get together? Who comes up with the best idea for your match outing? So you're going to look at
Okay.
it. So you're looking at the name that you think. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, show.
JJ.
All right. So we're unanimous. JJ comes up with the best idea.
You are the man.
You are. Yeah. He's the fun. Yep. He's the fun guy.
What's something that you've suggested recently to do?
Go on. Wait, did you guys tell me about the boat? Or did I ask?
Well, I think we told you that we had one, and then you're like, "Can I go?"
Oh, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you
right?
initiated the swimming party.
He
The
initiates
idea
pretty
was
much
fishing.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. Well, next I've got is who is most likely to go viral online? Who's going to be known for something online? So you're going to pick your name looking at
No
it.
way.
Pick whoever you think. 3, 2, 1, show.
Jim.
Tatum.
Okay, so we got 2 for Tatum and
Yeah.
1 for Jim from JJ.
Tatum's already online. viral.
Sure. Anything specific that Tatum would go viral for, or just that she has an online presence?
She is a bit of a social media influencer already.
Okay.
So she has her
That's
own.
the goal.
Yep. That she has her own little site called Redo the Zoo, and so she's already there.
Very
So,
cool. Well, you've
yeah.
already got the mission there. What do you think Jim would go viral for?
Yeah. Exactly.
Be kind. Be kind.
This is recorded
Okay. Being kind and being funny.
Okay.
for being funny. So a
Oh,
funny
that's
TikTok or
nice.
something
Okay,
like that.
that was good.
All right. This one, I don't know if I'm striking a chord here with this one, but this one's back about the match. Who's most likely to forget that you have plans scheduled? I know that we've got some matches who they come up with some great stuff, maybe a little bit ahead of time.
This is hard. Okay.
And even if this is just very passively, that's all right. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, show. Oh, so we got 2 for Jim from Jim himself and JJ as well. I appreciate the self-awareness.
You forget about us?
No, it's the points that my sister just be telling me, and then I just be sleeping.
You just be sleeping.
I mean, I'm
He
sure
does love to sleep, this kid.
your
Yeah.
schedule as a kid already is kind of you just do whatever the
Right.
adult says is next, on your day. It's just
Not many
like
kids could fall asleep at a hockey game, but
That-
which kid did?
Wait, I didn't.
You took a nap. Yes, you did.
You
Wait,
totally
did I?
were sleeping at the hockey game.
I remember I was eating meatballs.
Well, that
You
was
did eat meatballs.
Yes,
You
that's
did do
true.
that, too.
Okay, sorry.
That's true.
Back to you now.
I'm just clearly there wasn't a very high-scoring game because usually there's like the air horn.
Well, you did love Buster though. Once you saw
Yeah.
Buster, you kind of
Love
lit up.
Buster.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
this is the last one.
Okay.
Who is most likely to survive an apocalypse?
Oh.
Whether it's the zombie apocalypse or, something grander. All right, ready?
Yep.
See, JJ is thinking really hard. 3, 2, 1, show.
Susan.
2 for Susan. Jim saying himself. Susan says herself. JJ says Susan.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. What's the pros for Susan and surviving?
She has her ways to do things.
Well, you are the best right now.
That I'm going to take that as a
Absolutely.
compliment. Thank you, JJ.
Well, you agree to some extent. You
I
did
do,
put your name
yeah.
there. Jim, you felt yourself. I'm curious to know why.
Because I didn't want to vote for the other side.
It's just,
I
process
bet
of
on
elimination.
myself every day, all day.
Fair enough.
So
I like it. Well, I can take your cards now.
Okay.
That was pointing fingers. Hope you enjoyed. Great. Well, I've got a couple other questions that I'm hoping to get back into. As someone who is a big myself, certainly in the earlier stages of it, but also for some of our listeners, what do you think has been the highlight of your match that might surprise somebody who doesn't know about Big Brothers Big Sisters? So there's a lot of people that might think different things about it. What do you think it would surprise them?
what surprised us is how well we were matched to him. That they really took the time to figure out what we were looking for in a match and what we could give to a match. And so I think surprised us. And then really the second thing was, from the minute we met this kid, we're like, he's part of our family and we're part of his. So that was, I think, a great surprise. Always there's that, a little bit of a worry about, is this going to work? Are we doing the right thing? Is it going to be a good match? And it surprised us how easy it was.
That's
honestly.
awesome. Yeah, we really try to do that intentional matching.
Yes.
is the name of it. You're not just with the next kid on the wait list. We
Yep.
take the time to make sure that it's going to be
Right.
quality.
Absolutely. And that was for sure exactly what happened with us.
I think the one thing that initially was just wanted to make sure we as a family had the time commitment necessary to fully commit to it. And
Absolutely.
I think that was where, like I mentioned, I was protective of our time. And I'll tell you, there's it's been a lot of fun hanging out with JJ and Mo, getting to know the family. It's been very, very rewarding.
Absolutely. I think with a lot of volunteerism, people think that they are sacrificing their time and that I'm not going to enjoy this, but I know it's the right thing to do is sometimes the mentality that people have. And, perhaps if you're cleaning up garbage on the side of the highway or something like that, that there might be some truth to that. But certainly it sounds like you guys have really enjoyed the time that you're spending here. And it's certainly not just about JJ. I always tell it's okay to be selfish.
Right.
You can say that you've enjoyed it and you
Well,
like doing it.
I think I was selfish initially, but right now it is all about JJ.
For sure.
I think when we first got into it, there was a little selfishness on my part with that, but getting to know JJ and his family, it is all about him. And it's, again, it's been very rewarding.
And we're doing things that we haven't done with kids in a long time. I mean, we
Sure.
went to Gull Meadow Farms. We haven't done
Love
that because
Gull
our
Meadow
kids are
Farms.
grown.
Yeah.
And we went there for the holiday season. Well, we went twice. And in the fall and at Christmas time. And we don't get to do those things anymore because our kids are grown. And so it just kind of brings us back down to doing things in our community that we haven't done in a long time.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so it's been a lot of fun. Sorry, we're keeping you up.
And someone's afraid of goats over there. Wouldn't feed
Which,
the goats.
oh my gracious, you are. Who's afraid of goats besides you?
They kind of the
All
heel
they
up.
don't do. All you have to do is feed the goats, and they're on the other side.
Those ones are nice. They're desperate for the food. I remember
Right.
they're like knocking into each other. They're trying. to
Okay,
get the
justify it. Why didn't you
Why
feed
were
the
you
goats?
afraid of the goats?
Because with my school, we went once, and so there was this one kid who was trying to give a certain goat food because all the other goats kept attacking him for the food that they tried to give him.
Sure.
So that was the one day I actually gave a goat food.
You pick out the one who maybe isn't, not the strongest. You want the
Yeah.
one who's getting pushed around.
So I tried to give him the food, and one goat almost poked me. So I didn't want it. I didn't touch
Almost
the
poked
goats.
me through the fence, right?
The little horn.
It's totally
That's
valid. I
okay.
get
That's
it.
okay. We know that you don't like goats. We're good. We'll
Absolutely.
get through that.
Well, during your time together, I'm curious, what do you think has changed about you as individuals since you've been matched? I know a lot of people talk about, different experiences that they've had, changing. Maybe we can start with JJ this time. Do you think that whether, you're even just in your personality or how you act, things like that, have you noticed any changes about just yourself since you've started hanging out with Susan and Jim and Tatum?
Not really, but if it would be, it would that are having much fun.
Having a lot more fun. Do you think they've taught you anything since you've been hanging out together?
How to be nice and safe.
That's wonderful.
And at one place, when she was at the jump place, we was talking, and she said she wanted to be like a lifeguard for dodgeball.
At the trampoline place?
Yeah, and I agreed on it because she would be a really good lifeguard.
Oh, well, there you go. That's certainly a very nice compliment. How about for each of you? Have you noticed any differences in yourselves since beginning?
You know, I'm just happy we did it. I think that was the getting over the hurdle of, are we really going to do this?
Sure.
And once we made a commitment, that's kind of our family motto is, you know, once we make a commitment, we're going to commit and we're going to do it 100%.
Yeah.
And it's just worked out really well. And I can't say enough about just having him as part of our family. And I see this as a lifelong partnership with him and his family. So to watch him grow is going to be so much fun, and to experience what he wants to do with his life. And so it's been a really good thing for us.
Absolutely. Jim?
I don't know any changes. I just know a sense of being grateful. Grateful for the connection, again, the due diligence and the process of the match, and getting to know JJ and his family. I just sit here now, and Susan mentioned we're gonna watch this little guy grow up, and you know, whatever we can do to be a part of that and support that, we want to do that for JJ and, you know, and for Mo and for Devin. So I would just say we're grateful.
Absolutely. I saw something recently that I feel like really stuck with me, was that it takes a village, but you need to be a villager. But like just acknowledging when to be a
So
villager,
right. Yeah.
I feel like really takes that in the right frame, because so often some people might think that they are in need of a village
Right.
to help them. And obviously everyone's in different circumstances, but if you're not a villager, then you don't get a village.
Right.
That, you know, being able to go out of your way to support people in any kind of fashion, whether it's your community or your family or things like that, any kind of space that you want to take pride in, you got to put that work into it.
Well, and I think some people worry about, is it a financial commitment? How much time commitment is there? All these different obstacles, but they need to just, again, sorry we're keeping you awake, bud. But you know, it's just more than that. It's anybody can give up their time, and by helping others, whether it's a child or an adult, it just makes you feel good. It feeds your soul
Yeah.
to do something like that, and so that's just been a really good thing for all of us.
Well, that's what I mentioned before about, you know, it's okay to be selfish, where it's like you can do something nice because it makes you feel good
Right.
as well,
It does.
on top of the impact that you have with it.
And everybody has a gift that they can share. They really do. And it's just finding that gift and being able to share it. So.
Absolutely. Well, I've got one last question for you all, and it's a question that I like to end on each time. Someone's listening, they're on the fence about participating, to be a mentor, to volunteer. What do you say to them?
I was that person. And I would say, you know, take the leap, take the jump, because what I've experienced, what we've experienced as a family, and getting to know JJ and his family has been, it just, as Susan said, it fills your soul. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And I would say, I mean, as a board member and as someone who's always been committed to doing something like this when we had the time, ask questions. Talk to other people who are doing it. You know, we are, at Big Brothers Big Sisters, we have many people that you can talk to. And whether it's somebody who specializes in matching or somebody who is a big, people are willing to share their experiences
love
and
it.
to make people feel comfortable. So get involved, and just, if it's not right now, maybe get involved in a small way, and then it can grow into becoming a big at some point when it's right in their lives.
Totally. JJ, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about becoming a big, like your big family here?
I'll tell them to do it and believe in your dreams, and if you can keep following it.
Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope that you got something out of this as well, and I really appreciate you sharing your time with me to share your experience with the people out there listening. Thank you to the listeners as well for sharing your time and hearing our conversations here, and we'll be with you next month. Bye. For more information about Big Brothers Big Sisters and what is happening in your community, head to thinkbigtoday.org. Becoming big would not be possible without the support of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Michigan and the resources found at the Public Media Network of Kalamazoo.